Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Today is episode number 238 on my journey to 1800 ELO, where I play a game of chess every day, post it online for you guys to view, and it helps me track my progress as a chess player. Yeah, it's a beautiful Saturday morning, and I am super stoked to play this 15-10 minute game. Let's go for it. So, again, we're gonna try these longer formats and see if I like it. So far, I do. So, we're getting a London. Opponent might go for a King's Indian here. Kind of looks like that might be something that they're going for. When they do that, I like to go kind of E4 style. So that is what we're going to do. And probably castle queenside. Typically, I play this, you guys have seen it in the channel, I play a move like this. It's not actually that accurate. Well, now I think it might just be like one of the best moves. So I don't want to allow him to take. I kind of want to push and just not get into any complications. If he moves his knight here, I can drop my bishop back a square. I can also come here. I want to move my queen to d2 and castle queenside. So, kind of interesting. Not gonna lie, I mean, I kind of just want to take. I could develop. So the plan was to move the queen to d2, but I can't do that now because the knight, right? So I think I want to take. He takes. This pawn becomes a little weak, but not really. I'm still going to develop. I think we'll take. This allows me to get my queen in. I don't think he'll be able to hold on to the pawn necessarily, so we should be able to get a pawn out of this as well. My knight cannot develop to the normal square that it usually does, but okay. My opponent is protecting the pawn. I can push this pawn. If he pushes, I can just take. If he develops a knight or something, say, to attack this, I'm going to castle and then start developing the rest of my pieces. The queen there is kind of a weird move. I kind of just want to play f3 now. So I guess the idea is that if I do this, he takes, I take, he takes, and I get kind of a messed up pawn structure. I'm assuming that's the idea. I can move my bishop here just immediately as well. So if I move my bishop here, he could push, and I might end up losing my rook. I'm gonna actually play like this, and if he takes with the pawn, I'll take with the knight. I can also take with the pawn. Yeah, I guess the thought is that he gets so if I take here, he's gonna take, I'm gonna take, and then he's gonna be threatening. Alright, so takes. Yeah, if I take, he's just gonna take again. Takes, 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 takes. Rook is in trouble. Bishop is in trouble. Could just play a move like this. I think, feel like I'm overcomplicating this. I'm gonna take. He'll win a pawn back, or yeah, he'll win my pawn. Basically, is what this looks like. Okay. So I guess he's threatening this right now, which would be checkmate. Okay. It's a little more complicated than I was giving it credit for. I can move my queen here. I can also play a move like this. I think I am going to play like this. And if he gives a check, that way this pawn stays defended. If he gives a check, I'll move my king forward to c2. Opponent's playing kind of funny, but guess it's alright. I want to get my bishop developed. Don't really know where yet. Maybe here in the center of the board is fine. Yeah, I think this is good because I can even drop it back. Protects my light squares. Opponent still hasn't castled yet. So, attacking the pawn. Opponent's being really aggressive. This move protects the pawn, simply. This does as well. This move protects the pawn too. This would be a cool move if I could get it in. I don't think I can. I'm gonna, just for the sake of things, I'm thinking about just moving my bishop over here. I kind of want it on this diagonal more though, so I'm gonna put the bishop here, protecting the pawn, threatening to do this. It's not a huge threat or anything, but I want to do it and start throwing this pawn down the board. I have an open file for my rook. So my idea is to play bishop h6. He probably won't take, so we'll end up taking, probably. I'm assuming my opponent is going to castle kingside. Have I ever played this guy before? I don't think so. Let's look at his account. He's a gold member. Alright, so he's played 2 games today, lost 1 and won 1. Played with 100% accuracy for 10 moves in his victory today. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. This is probably a bad move for my bishop. I don't think I needed to do anything like that. I guess this is just making room for his knight to get in. I feel like this is so slow. I'm going to bring the bishop over here to pester. He's only got 2 developed pieces. Basically, I'm fully developed. My king is a little unsafe, but maybe we can figure that out. So castling is a move for him. I guess he could take. But then he wouldn't be able to castle that way. He might want to castle queenside. I'm actually not sure. Typically in the King's Indian, you castle kingside. That's why it's called the King's Indian. But he's played this in a pretty funny way to me. These 15, 10-minute games are long, boy. I need to make sure I'm using my time wisely. What the heck? I feel like that is such a weird move. That is a super weird move. I could just bring my queen in, can I not? I'm gonna do it. I want to bring this rook over. I want to throw this pawn down the board. He's gonna castle queenside now, is what it looks like. My queen is threatening to get in. I don't know if that's that big of a deal, but it's what we're doing. I can stop the king from castling with a move like this, maybe. I'm assuming he's going to develop his knight and castle queenside. Seems like the safer option now. I could drop my queen back to h3 to have this diagonal. He could just block. But then I could move. Yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do here. I think bringing the king forward and playing, bringing the rooks over to the a file, I think this would be detrimental to my opponent. I just have to figure out how to do it. My opponent is still up a pawn, so got to keep that in mind. Yeah, this bishop is just oddly placed. He's stuck defending a pawn that he doesn't really need to defend. I'm just not understanding what my opponent is doing. I can take the pawn. Trying to break things open, maybe. I'm gonna develop my bishop over this way. And, I mean, I don't know. I'm guessing he played the queen there so that I couldn't move my queen here. I'm not 100% sure what the thought was there. My idea now is just pretty simple. It's to get the bishop up to e4. If he plays a move like this, I think I will take. Actually, if he plays a move like this, I can take this pawn. So, taking, if I let him take, we have kind of a weird scenario. This weakens, I can take this and this comes with check all of a sudden. He can just block with his queen. This, and then this check. If I take, bringing a rook over seems like a pretty decent idea too. So rook to e1, he takes, I take. Rook to e1, say he moves his queen. Or he pushes. I guess if he pushes, that ends up being something that I don't really want. If I take, he's kind of got like the same MO regardless of how I do it. If I take here first, so if I take here first, he comes here. That's a huge mistake. If he takes here, takes. So if I take, he takes. I just have this check. So that's number one. So he can't take right away. I'm going to take the pawn. I'm going to be greedy. The king's in the center of the board. I want to get my rook to the e file. I guess he could block with his rook if he wants. If he moves his king, What do I do? Oh, that doesn't work. I just played that so fast, like an idiot. Oh my god. I can't believe I just did that. Oh my god. I'm just losing now. This takes... Dang it, man. Dang it, dang it, dang it. We're about to trade. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I just did that. I have all this time, and I played that move so fast. I don't know why I did that. Like... Oh, I just hang my piece. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh my goodness. It's going to be hard to get to 1800 playing like that. Whew. Wow. So, King's Indian. We found a good move. Taking was fine. The best move here is to actually just throw the pawn down the board. Castling was inaccurate. Getting this knight active was a better move. So here was where we had our first kind of complications. This is a good move because it just kicks the queen away. I'm not going to lie, it feels kind of scary to push a pawn in front of your king, so I didn't play like that. My best move here was, again, to kick out the queen. And if the queen drops here, I can actually do stuff like this. And I end up just being fine. So he found the best way to go about things. I also had a mistake here. It wants me to get active and start doing things. So this felt kind of scary, but queen defends the pawn now. So quite a few misses in this game by me, but my opponent played in kind of a funny way too. We both kind of had really low accuracy. This was just inaccurate. Again, the best move... Whoops. The best move here was for me to throw the pawn down the board. H4, H5. So, just a lot of mistakes, man. I'm just not understanding the position. I guess it's even okay to give up this pawn. That's so interesting. I mean, we're fully developed. And this is the square I wanted my bishop on anyways. Oh boy. Taking was inaccurate again. I'm just missing the whole the whole idea of this whole position. I'm guessing. So bringing the queen in was inaccurate again. Didn't need to do any of that. Inaccurate. That was the best move. So we did calculate correctly here. This was fine. And this was straight up a missed opportunity to win material. This would have been a cool move. Giving a check to the king. If he takes like this. No, I see here. This is attacking the rook. And yeah, he's running out of cool squares to go to. Interesting. Yeah, so I missed a lot. That was just the end of the game right there. We tried. This was a missed opportunity. Getting my rook all the way in here was the better move. This is just drawish. I don't know, guys. This is still drawish. I should not have done this. This was me just kind of tilting a little bit. Being on a d8 with the rook would have been great because he can't ever develop this knight. We'll take the rook. I guess he can, but he'd be chasing my rook around, and we could probably win some material. The idea would be to also just push this pawn forever. So in between every move that we just rode around here with our rook, we'd be trying to throw these pawns down the board. Man, very tough, very tough. So we played like a 900, which sucks, and my opponent played like a 950. That was one of the worst games I've played in a while as well. We've been having a few of these where it's just been like Blunder City and missed opportunities. Like my end game was just garbo in this. We had a great opening, but everything else went really poorly for us. So my opponent played pretty much a perfect game except for his middle game. Like his beginning and end were fine, but the middle game he played kind of awkwardly, not developing pieces. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's little skirmish, and yeah, I will catch you guys tomorrow. See you then.